You wouldn't believe it, but I've just been given some canned goods. Currently, it's about a week out from Christmas, and what I'm doing is I'm collecting food for a local food bank here in our big city, Auckland. And so what I've done is I've got my letterbox, and we've got a Christmas tree on top of it, and we've been promoting into our local community that they can drop off non-perishable goods like canned beetroot into our letterbox, and I will get it to the Auckland City Mission. And someone last week we collected 35 kilos, which have been delivered, and this week, just a few minutes ago, somebody dropped in a whole lot of other canned goods, which I'm going to get through to the City Mission. This has brought me joy. Okay. And that's the topic of our blog post, our video today. And what is joy? It is really difficult concept to get your head around, isn't it? It's very difficult because it's like only three letters, but there's all emotions of happiness, delight, peacefulness, serenity, security, and an attention to the now and not the past or the future. A sense of like everything being right in the here and now of this moment. We are captured by the joy. Like a newborn baby is born, a baby is born, and this after the struggle of labour, and there is joy. A sunrise after a really wild and stormy night, and there is joy. A battle with cancer, and the report comes back cancer free, and there is joy. The child who runs away from home and abandons all the values of their parents, and yet after many years returns, and there is joy, a deep joy. How often does our joy come after suffering? Perhaps we only know the deepest drafts of joy after we've gone through the darkest nights of the soul. Now, we don't like that idea, do we? We want the joy without the suffering or hardship. Yet, if we look at biblical examples, we see that joy seems to always come later. I think of the story of Naomi and Ruth, and Naomi holding the baby after a lot of struggle, a lot of pain, and the baby that her daughter-in-law gave birth to. Jesus saying, for the joy set before him, he endured the cross. And then there's a psalm which says, may those who sow in tears reap with shouts of joy. Those who go out weeping, bearing the seed for sowing, shall come home with shouts of joy, carrying their sheaves. Psalm 126, 5 to 6. There's a coming home. Coming home may be familiar to you. Home is not simply a house, it's more a place of belonging, a place where you're known, held, and loved. And I want to go home. You know, I've been traveling too long, and I know some of you who have been exiled and sent away from home, a kind of estrangement from that sense of home. Others may know what a sense, some of you may not know what a genuine sense of home is like. You know, you may have had faint wisps of it now and then, but the depth of being at home never fully known. And there's that old gospel chorus that says, this world is not my home. I'm just a passing through. And then it goes on, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Perhaps we sit in a flow of joy, but we don't even know it. And every now and again, we might get tastes of it, just little tastes. And so we long for more of it, but full awareness is not there yet. The people of Israel, this is a story back from the book of Nehemiah and Ezra. The people of Israel had come home. They had been taken away from home and exiled to Babylon. The city had been destroyed. The temple of Yahweh had been pulled down. There was utter destruction, complete loss. They were exiled and estranged from the home of their heart home. And out of this place, this hard place of grief and loss, we find lament, pain, extraordinary pain shared. There's a book called Lamentations. But in the books of Nehemiah and Ezra, we find what I call an inflection point, like a change has happened. I live next to the beach, and the tide goes in then the tide goes out. And it's at that change point where it changes from going out to coming in. That's an inflection point. And for the people of Israel, there was an inflection point. They had returned home, they had rebuilt the temple, which was kind of their spiritual heart of the city, and they had rebuilt the walls, which sort of defined who they were. This is who I am. These are my walls. This is, yeah, we're going to let certain people in or out. This is the boundaries. And now it was time to kind of cut the ribbon as such. You know how it is, a building is opened, a road is opened, and there's a grand opening. People make speeches and a ribbon is cut or a plaque is uncovered and the building is officially opened. We have a meal, congratulations are shared. And this is what happened in Nehemiah 8. I don't think there was a ribbon though. But everyone gathered, speeches were made. The Torah, the first 5 books of our Bible, was read and explained. And it was a recognition for the people of the ways of God and how far Israel had strayed away from them. And we all do that. But there is always an inflection point where we are called to return. And in that place, there was a lot of weeping. Grief flowed as they realized just how far away they had gone from God's loved intention for them. I listened to Rob Bell recently, and he said this: grief is the passing through of what was. Grief is the passing through of what was. I think that's a wonderful definition. There was a passing through of all the losses, the pain, the struggle, the missed moments. And that caused them to have like a cathartic release of tears. In Nehemiah 8, verse 9, it says, "For all the people had been weeping as they listened to the words of the Lord." Conviction had come upon them. And sometimes you just need to cry and let it all out. But then comes relief, and there was heart truth to heart pain. In the passage it says this: "Then he, Nehemiah, said to them, 'Go your way, eat the fat and drink sweet wine, have a party, and send portions of them, those lovely foods, to those for whom nothing is prepared.'" Right? He was thinking about those who didn't have anything. "For this day is holy to our Lord. Do not be grieved, for the joy of the Lord is your strength." So the Levites, who are the priests, stilled all the people, saying, "Be quiet, for this day is holy. Do not be grieved." There is a kind of joy that I want to sit in. I think it's the kind of joy that is on the move. It sort of flows like a river. It pours out towards me, always consistent, but I'm frequently unaware of this flow. It's the joy of heaven. I think Jesus refers to it in the stories of the lost coin, lost sheep, and lost son, and he said that there'll be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents, shifts their focus back, towards God, than over 99 righteous people who need no repentance. I get little tastes of that joy. It gives me strength. It's a joy that says, "I see you, I know you, I love you, I see the struggle you have in this foreign land, in this foreign place, in exile and estrangement. I am with you, and there is a larger plan at work." Come into this assurance, this approval deeper than words, and know a solace in the suffering. Focus your eyes on me and not your circumstances. My joy over you, I really do love you, and when I think of you, I do a little dance. It's from Zephaniah 3:17, is full. In this flow of joy is your truest home. And this flow of joy becomes a safe place I can run into, a refuge and a hiding place. That's what the joy of the Lord is your strength. Strength meaning a hiding place, a safe place. When the old life, the memories, the ghosts, the shame slingers, and the guilt goblins want us to return to times of exile and estrangement, we instead quietly recognize the flow of God's joy that swirls around us. We form the swimming or bathing into a habit of focus. We discover a new cleanliness. And Ezekiel says, I will sprinkle clean water upon you. You shall be clean from all your uncleanness. From your idols I will cleanse you. A new heart I will give you, and a new spirit I'll put within you. And I'll remove from your body the heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. Look, let's not sugarcoat it. Life can be hard. Look, I receive emails regularly, almost daily, from people telling me just how hard life can be. They wonder, where is God? They scream at injustice and rage and pain. And life can be hard. I know it. And then I write about sitting in God's joy. I even mock myself at the ridiculousness of the concept, yet I know it's real. I know there is a flow. There is grief, the passing through of what was, and there is a season for that. But our default negatively biased brain takes us back to pain and loss. Choosing joy is much harder. It requires conscious effort to form new brain neuron pathways, new rope bridges. I am choosing joy. And I'm going to finish with this quote by Henri Nouwen. Joy is essential to the spiritual life. Whatever we may think of or say about God, when we are not joyful, our thoughts and words cannot bear fruit. Jesus reveals to us God's love so that his joy may become ours and that our joy may become complete. Joy is the experience of knowing that you are unconditionally loved and that nothing, sickness, failure, emotional distress, oppression, war, or even death, can take that love away. Joy is not the same as happiness. We can be unhappy about many things, but joy can still be there because it comes from the knowledge of God's love for us. Joy does not simply happen to us. We have to choose joy and keep choosing it every day. It is a choice based on the knowledge that we belong to God and have found in God our refuge and safety, and that nothing, not even death, to take God away from us. Can you choose joy too with me today? Hey, come over to the website, read the blog post, the links below. Sign up to the newsletter so you get regular updates on stuff that I'm creating. If you really like this and you want to email me, there's an email form in the show notes. Consider just sending me an email, sharing this this YouTube clip with somebody else. That would be really good, and liking it, and sharing it just helps. Okay, thanks. Bye.